Dr. Audrey Klenke joins me now from Pinnacle Plastic Surgery. It's great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Now,
excited to be here.
You all are so involved in the community and have been involved in such charitable campaigns like the Bra Project of the Low Country.
The Bra Project of the Low Country was
I
a
love
blast.
it. And blankets for Botox.
Yes.
Great things.
Thank you.
But for anyone who does not know of Pinnacle Plastic Surgery or is not familiar with the practice, just kind of fill us in
Absolutely.
here.
So my husband and I moved down to the Low Country about a year and a half ago, and we moved here to open Pinnacle Plastic Surgery. And we came from the Cincinnati area. So I was there for about 10 years and did all of my medical training there. So down here, I actually go to both Hilton Head Hospital and Beaufort Hospital. And I also go to a few of the different outpatient surgery centers, and we perform procedures in the office too. So I do everything from cosmetic surgery to reconstructive surgery, as well as non-surgical procedures too. So it's sort of the full gamut of plastic surgery.
So what makes Pinnacle unique?
So Pinnacle, I think, is unique in a few different ways. First and foremost, I am the only female plastic surgeon in Beaufort County. And I think maybe the woman thing gives me a little bit of a different perspective in how I approach things. But we also have a different perspective in terms of how we approach patient care. And I think maybe just our philosophy, which is that plastic surgery nowadays really should be part of a healthy, balanced lifestyle. It's really an integral thing that everyday people are doing every day, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're vain. It's not a vanity issue, but it's something that's actually becoming very common that people keep up with their skincare and the way that they look, because it's connected to the way that you feel. So we know that people who are confident about the way they look actually produce more endorphins, which are our feel-good hormones. So it's just becoming a part of everyday life.
Well, let's talk about the types of procedures that you do perform.
Sure, absolutely. So I do cosmetic surgery, and that includes things like facelifts and eyelid lifts and neck lifts. I do a lot of breast surgery, a lot of body surgery like tummy tucks and things like that. But I also do reconstructive surgery. So I see patients who have skin cancers and breast cancer. I see trauma patients in the emergency rooms at both hospitals. So we have a nice mix of surgical options there. We do non-surgical things like injectables, so things like Botox and fillers. And I think maybe the other thing that makes us unique in this community is that I personally do all of our injectables. So at some other locations, sometimes you'll have a nurse or a PA. I prefer to do them myself, so I think that's maybe a little unique too. We do medical spa things like laser treatments and chemical peels. We have an esthetician who will help walk you through a medical grade advanced skincare routine, and that becomes very important when people invest time and money into procedures. You want to protect that investment and you want it to last and look great as long as possible. So we try to help you there too.
Wow, there's a lot going on there at Pinnacle Plastic Surgery. Let's talk about some of the cutting edge procedures, maybe something that's a little bit, people might not have heard of before.
Absolutely. Every day we are learning and growing, and I love that about plastic surgery, so it keeps me on my toes. I would say there are things like breast implants, which have been around for a while, but they're changing, and they are becoming much safer, and the way they are made is changing. So we have the newest and latest and greatest options there. There are things like lip implants. So a lot of our patients have been getting fillers and volume around their mouth for many years, and now we have something that's a little more permanent, so they may not have to do injections anymore. There are options like hydrofacial, which is an advanced facial experience really, because you're exfoliating but you're also hydrating at the same time. So lots of folks have had things like microdermabrasion, but this is the next step. It's okay, how do we exfoliate without drying our skin?
Huh, okay, so there's just so much.
Oh my gosh, there are so many
from.
options, which is why I like to meet with people and really sit down and find out what bothers them, and then I can help, lay out options and we can kind of go from there.
I love that too, because there really is that personal connection there, and you're not about just, hey, let's go under the knife.
Right, oh no,
You're
there
really
are plenty
going
of options.
you kind of talk through, again, I like what you said, what bothers them,
Yes.
what really is a concern.
That's the best
and
way
then
to start.
here's a couple different options that you can choose from, and there are options, and that's what's really important to know. There is a special that you've got going on for Valentine's Day. I wanted to make sure that we talked about that.
I love this one. It is called Fall in Love with Hydrofacial, and so it's such a fun experience. People really love the hydrofacial. It's a machine that actually a licensed esthetician would use to do a facial procedure to exfoliate and hydrate. So we're doing a $99 hydrofacial. It's normally $160, and it's a full hour of just luxurious, relaxing, but your skin really appreciates it afterwards. So we're doing that for the month of February. I know we're starting on the 2nd, and I think we finish around Valentine's Day, but I think you can come in anytime during the month and get it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's great. And that's, that's something that you can, a gift you can give to yourself.
Yes.
Or for anyone that might be thinking about their significant other.
Yes, I think people would appreciate that. And actually, we have men and women come in, and sometimes they'll come in and do them together, and so it's kind of a fun experience.
I was going to just say that too. What services are generally taken advantage of by the male population out there?
They do love things like hydrofacial, and I think part of it is there's no downtime, so they can walk out and their buddies don't know that they've done anything, but their skin looks great, and their wives love it, or people notice that they look good, so they love that. Things like injectables they love. As far as surgery goes, men are very into necks. Necks really bother them, so neck lifts are things that men will often do, and we kind of come up with a plan. I have a lot of men who, again, say, I really don't want to look 20, again, and I don't want to look fake or phony. I just want to look better, and so I think that's oftentimes the goal.
I think that really is a lot of, that's kind of a shared experience there as far as a goal, and people just wanting to look natural. There are so many stories out there of folks that have overdone it, and it just is so obvious, and you just want to look as good as you feel inside.
But subtle, and that is very true. I think our main goal, and around the holidays, we had a few patients come in and say, I went home, I got to see my family, and they said, you look really well rested. Have you been on vacation? Did you get a haircut? And that's the goal. You don't want people to say, what did you do? You just want to look fresh and like the best version of you that you can, and not like somebody else.
Right. Now, this is great too, because congratulations. This was your second award, I think, of being the best local plastic surgeon, favorite cosmetic surgeon in Sun Today Select Awards.
Oh my gosh,
I love that. That must feel great.
Oh, it feels wonderful, because this community is an integral part of the Bluffton and the Hilton Head area. We see a lot of patients from Sun City, and we just love them because it's a huge mix of people. But what an honor. I mean, we were just incredibly appreciative.
That's great. And you do have a super location because you're right in Sheridan Park. So
we're in Bluffton, in Sheridan Park. We sit behind Jim and Nick's Barbecue, and we're sort of centrally located to Sun City and Hilton Head, and I do go to Beaufort. So yeah, we're Switzerland, sort of in the middle there.
You've got a great spot, and can I tell you how beautiful it is? We had filmed Girl Talk there a few months back, and it is stunning. Just a gorgeous location.
We try to make it a comfortable experience for patients, and sometimes it can be scary to come in and talk with somebody about something that's bothered you, or you have to sort of get out of that comfort zone.
Yeah, it can feel a little intimidating.
So we want you to feel as relaxed as possible.
And you do get out of the office, and you are traveling around doing some seminars. Let's talk about those.
So we're like a traveling road show. I love getting out into the community and meeting people and being able to meet with people one-on-one and face-to-face, and help educate, because as we talked about, things are just constantly changing. People want to know about things in the media, and is this real? And so I love that interaction. So we kicked it off at Sun City. Actually, we had our first seminar here, and then we went up to Beaufort. We've had a seminar in the office actually just last night in Bluffton, and we're going to finish off on Hilton Head Island at the Arts Center of Coastal Carolina.
Will that be an ongoing situation then?
So we're going to do a series. I think our next series starts in April, and we're going to be talking about all sorts of different things. So this series was mostly about head and neck and facial aesthetics.
Okay.
And the next series will be about different things. So we're going to mix it up.
Now, how can they find out about that information as far as the seminars and just general information about Pinnacle overall?
Absolutely. So our website is the best way. It's www.pinnacleplasticsurgerymd.com. And you can always call the office. Our girls would love to chat with you. We are at 843-815-6699. And you're welcome to stop in. We actually have people that pop in all the time, just sort of want to look around and sniff us out, and we love that. Come on in anytime.
It is very, very friendly. Obviously, you can tell by just speaking with Dr. Klenke for a few moments. thank you again. And just Pinnacle Plastic Surgery, available at their office in Sheridan Park, and available for all types of treatments. So if you just anything from just generalized skin care to different cosmetic surgery procedures, they can cover it all for you. And you're in great hands, head to toe.
Thank you.
I love it. Thank you, Dr. Klenke.
It's great to see you.